Before we get into all of the campaign stuff and the strategy stuff that we want to talk about a little later, I'd like to bring up somebody who is running in one of those campaigns right now. You know who he is, you will recognize him. I'm not going to give you an introduction, you just take it away. All right, Mr. Gillum.
Come on now, we don't have much time. Thank you all very much. Listen, thank you all very much. You really do honor me, but Mary Jo, who are you? You are awesome. Yeah, I get it, but you're awesome. And thanks to everyone who helped to, and I'm sure y'all probably saw this afternoon, the federal courts have now struck down the rules instituted over the felons' rights restoration process. They have found it extremely onerous, and they have pointed out that there may be even some racial bias in the way in which the cabinet went about their efforts. Sometimes, I know y'all are like, and the truth is, it sometimes matters who's saying it, and you now have a federal court saying it. But the truth is that if we do what we've got to do in November, we won't have to worry about any of that, because we're going to get automatic rights restoration in the state of Florida. I want to obviously shout out this amazing dais of leadership behind us who are helping to capably lead this Democratic Executive Committee. Namely, I want to point out the chairwoman of the Florida Democratic Party, your very own, and our very own, Terry Rizzo. Y'all, she's already hit the ground running. I see her in Tallahassee punching people out left and right, not physically. Not physically, but she's wrangling it up there without a doubt. Today, it's been a rather busy day for us. We flew in from Tallahassee this morning. We're down in Miami-Dade, Ben Broward, and obviously you're here this evening. And all throughout, my staff had to listen to me on the phone, back and forth trying to negotiate between the Speaker of the House's office, Richard Corcoran, who, exactly, cue the boos, who wants to be the next governor of the state of Florida. He hadn't admitted it. But is right now competing for the bottom of the barrel of who can be the most incendiary, racist, xenophobic as he possibly can. I'm not sure how many of y'all have seen his $100,000 ad buy, which I believe he doubled down on and went up to $400,000 of an ad buy that depicts a white female, a young white female, being gunned down by a quote-unquote illegal immigrant. It's the same thing that President Trump did on Tuesday night, right? They are all reading from the same hymnal or devil's book. I'm not real sure which it is. But the insinuation here, and all of us know it without us saying it, is that they want to conflate undocumented individuals with violent murderers.
Didn't
right?
work in Virginia.
Didn't work in Virginia, and ain't gonna work in Florida either, right? We do what we have to do. And so a week or so ago, the Speaker of the House, on the letterhead of the Speaker of the House, decided to write a letter to the Department of Homeland Security asking the Secretary of Homeland Security to open a federal investigation into myself and into Mayor Rick Preisman of St. Petersburg, two Democrats, into us being sanctuary cities. Now, let's just talk about the fact that there is no legal definition of a sanctuary city. It is not acknowledged in law. That's number one. Number two, if you come in my city, and I'm sure Mayor Preisman would say the same thing, and you commit a crime, you will have to pay a penalty for what it means to commit a crime in our area, right? But what we don't do in my city, and I assume he would say the same thing about what they do in St. Petersburg, we don't criminalize people off their personhood. We don't criminalize people and ask them for their papers because of the language that they speak or the tone of their skin. In fact, the court has already ruled against that. The court has already ruled against that, right? It's called profiling. And we know that it exists in society. But to have the Speaker of the House try to codify that through law and through language and to sensationalize it through what I think is some of the worst rhetoric. We used to call this kind of thing dog whistling. He threw away the dog whistle and pulled out a bullhorn. They're unabashed and unafraid about what it means to deride and to divide and to make us afraid from each other, because they're afraid of what will happen if rooms all across the state started to